This is Faye Jones, and you're listening to Becoming Her. Today, I want to speak to the woman who remembers walking through a storm and still wonders if it left her permanently marked. Hear me. Your struggle was not your story's end. Say it with me, my struggle was not my end. I've lived this. Years ago, I walked through deep family pain when my grandfather, my role model and father figure, fell ill. He faced congestive heart failure and cancer, and there was nothing the doctors could do. That season shook me. I had to pull myself together for my family, for my children, and for myself. It would have been easy to let grief define me, but God reminded me, struggle is a chapter, not the whole story. Looking back now, I see the beauty of that truth. Struggle is a place you pass through, not a place you live. Weeping did last through the night, but joy came in the morning, and morning always comes. Here's what I learned. Pain is loud. It demands your attention. It tries to brand your identity. Psychology calls this the negativity bias. Our brains fixate on threat for survival, but survival is not destiny. Romans 12:2 says, "Let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think." Renewal is not denial, it is direction. It points you toward hope even in loss. I had to honor grief, but I also had to choose my ground. Confidence became a stance before it was a feeling. Psalm 27 says, "I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." That confidence carried me when feelings betrayed me, and I had to tell the truth about my valley and about my God. My story mattered, even when people didn't understand it. Maybe you felt that too, mocked, dismissed, or rejected when you dared to speak. But vision often looks foolish until fruit shows up. Later, some of the same people who doubted asked how I made it through. That was my moment not to gloat, but to extend my hand. I had to release comparison and own my assignment. God's timing is exact. Every setback was chiseling endurance, authority, and compassion in me. I had to trade isolation for intercession, to let others pray me through, to keep showing up in obedience one day at a time. And I had to speak blessing over my future. Proverbs 18 says, "Life and death are in the power of the tongue." My words became scaffolding for the life God was building in me. And then I learned to serve while I waited. Serving pulled me out of self-focus and gave my pain a purpose. When I encouraged others, my hope rose. When I shared my testimony, someone else's night got a window. Purpose was born right where pain thought it buried me. So today, I can say with authority, your struggle is not your end. It is the soil of your anointing, the place where theory turns into testimony. You are not behind. You are being built. Lift your head. Wipe your tears. Bless the road behind you and the road ahead. Do the next faithful thing. The God who began a good work in you will carry it to completion. And when your fruit shows, turn back for your sisters and say, "Come with me, there's room." Thank you for joining me today on Becoming Her. If this spoke to you, subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, and leave a review so more women can find the hope they need.